Are we on here? Alright troops, we're doing the allotment. Going to go and see what we can do because there's a mental Chinaman in here. He's actually going to... I don't know what he's actually going to do, to be honest with you. He's telling me he's going to be called Kwok Grows Choi. I just burst out laughing, man, you can't beat it. Honestly, he's a pure crackpot. So here we go. Go down this way, see if we can find him. Hold on. Need to flip that. Right, there's somebody down there. Check this out. Pure...
Oi, that's my camera, you!
Huh?
Aye, that's my camera, if you even get it.
Are you Kwok Grows Choi?
How do you?
Oh, hold on. What's that?
What's that?
That's a can of Bud Light.
Are you alky, you?
Oh, I'll have a wee miff for that. There we go.
Morning, this is my wee pal, wee Brian. He's my photographer today.
You're right. So as you can see, we've got a pure mental case here. We've got 1, 2, 3 drums, as he's called Kwok Grows Choi. I would say he grows something else, and it's certainly no choi. I don't know what he's doing here with these bins, honestly. This is our usual Friday night. I've got to watch my P's and Q's in case his wife's listening in. What are you doing now?
I am cooking soil, can you not see that?
Ah, I can, you're cooking soil, but...
Basically what I'm doing is steaming the soil because...
I like that word, steaming. You any cans?
I'm going to try and kill the pathogen, which basically is a clubroot pathogen.
Right.
So by sanitising it, I can then use this on the raised bed.
Right.
Hopefully successfully grow broccolis and other brassicas and stuff like that.
Brassicas?
Brassicas, you know. Oh, I forgot, you're not a veggie person.
No,
It's,
can we put that into common words?
Kale and stuff like that.
Oh, that kind of stuff?
All that kind of stuff.
Right, okay.
So at the moment I'm doing is putting wee breather holes in it. It's just so the steam can come out and cooks the rice kind of more evenly.
Right, okay.
So it takes about 2 hours to do.
2 hours to cook soil?
No, it needs to cook right through, you know. you don't want half cooked
Seriously?
soil.
2 hours to cook soil?
Yeah.
I mean...
It takes actually 3 hours. It takes 2 hours for all the water to heat up inside.
This is the kind of things the Egyptians done.
Is it?
To make... Oh aye, they had to stand in it and jump on it and then they made bricks. Oh, you never watched the old Ben-Hur films?
You sure it's the same thing, aye?
Aye, I ken you're into Ip Man and that, so...
You could do this, a bit Ip Man stuff, or a bit of the Karate Kid. I'll show you how it's done.
Karate Kid. Right, so this is you making it breathe.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so the soil's breathing, so he's doing his wee bit for society.
So in
Look
2
at
hours
that.
time, you'll see steam popping out these holes.
Right.
And I'll put a cover over it.
Okay. And what else you got going? Are we allowed to take a wee walk round a bit?
You look round.
Right, what's this?
That is Swedes and beetroot.
Right, okay. They're not very big.
It's a late sowing of them, and they've got leeks down there.
Right, that's leeks. Okie dokie. Right.
And then we've got some mustard, which is going to seed, which
There's the mustard.
yeah, it's going to flower. So
I thought that was like dandelion. They used to call them pea beds.
when did you ever see dandelions looking like that?
What's that? So that's mustard.
That's Chinese mustard.
Oh, now you've flung in that word Chinese. Right. Oh, these are nice beds. Wonder where you get that stuff from.
It's got a memory. It's a memory foam on it. You know.
Yes. Aye.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for that. I didn't get it from you.
And up here, that's just a mess. Don't know what he's doing with that one. Let me go in here. Wait till we see.
See that bed there, Brian?
Aye.
That's for you to squish white.
And the name of the wee man. Is that grapes?
Have a taste.
Seriously? Have you had any?
I had a couple.
Right, hold on. Will they be alright?
Choose the darker ones.
Let's choose the darker ones.
Yeah. More right.
So why are they doing in, what are they doing in here?
It's just waste. It's just called culture. Filling up the beds with organic material.
Check that, what a waste that is. Look at that, they're beautiful.
You tasted it yet?
I'm just gonna. Aye, we're alright. Alright for nothing. And what are you going to do with them?
That'll just die off and form part of the compost.
Have you got a drink problem, by the way? Because I've seen some Bud Light bottles here.
I do actually. I put my hands up to that.
That's shocking. Look! That's shocking.
That's just within the last 5 minutes, mate.
That's unbelievable. So, obviously this is somebody else's, so we don't want to video that. What's this stuff? That just weeds?
No, that's Chinese radishes, muley.
Ah.
It's actually a mixture of seeds in there.
Right.
Found in the bottom of the pan, so I've just like threw it over and see what grows, what doesn't.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because the frost has came a bit early this year, so I don't know what will grow and what won't.
Alright. So, Kwok grows choy.
Yeah.
Where's the choy?
Choy means vegetable.
Okay, right, so in other words, for interpreting for the Neds, it's Kwok grows vegetables and no and no choy. Okay, it's a bit of a mess, this place. What's that here?
That's my fruit, that's berry plants.
Alright.
No, it's a bit of a mess. I'll cut that down, and I only got this year, so give me some time.
Look at that woman's there. Look at it all laid out there, lovely. Then we turn round about and come to this mess. Shocking.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
The main thing is, you're retired now, you've got plenty of time in your hands. Although you've got the living room to decorate, apart from that, you need to keep up here with this. Keep up with the Jones.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun. My pal Brian came along and wanted to join me, so what we did was kill two birds with one stone. I sanitized the soil whilst I also cooked up a barbecue for us. It was quite nice as well. It's quite a fun night, a few beers, you know, just a couple of guys around a fire, chit chat, gossip and all that. As you can see here, we had 3 bins on the go, filled with soil up to the brim. Bit of slow-mo fire. It's lovely watching the flames dance. Yeah, sanitized soil. I've got clubroot pathogen in my soil, and it's just like every single bit of soil has got the pathogen. So I decided I'm going to build some raised beds and recycle the soil by sanitizing it. So when you're sanitizing soil, the thing you have to watch is the temperature of the soil needs to be at least 60 degrees centigrade for a minimum of 15 to 30 minutes. So when you're sanitizing soil, you need to make sure your time's not wasted, and the amount of wood you use is not wasted as well. I would recommend getting yourself a compost thermometer, stick it into the middle of the bin and maybe at the top as well, and make sure it has reached the desired temperature. There has been a couple of occasions whereby the next morning I was successful. However, on emptying the bin, I found a live worm still. So bearing in mind, worms survives anything up to 30 to 40 degrees centigrade. So definitely the temperature was not achieved in this occasion. One other thing that people ask about sanitization is, does it kill off the seeds? Unfortunately, it doesn't. I think you have to reach between 90 and 100 degrees centigrade to actually kill seeds. So you will still have seeds growing in the soil, but what it might do is it might start the seeds to germinate. So if you do this during the winter, the seeds will germinate, and as long as it's left uncovered or partially covered during the winter, they might die off. So it might be beneficial that way. The other thing when you sanitize soil is obviously it kills the good bacteria along with the bad bacteria. So it's always a good idea to reinvigorate them with either worm castings or using lactobacillus, which is good bacteria, and maybe some cow shit, basically. Okay, so I'll let you watch some of this flame effect, and then once it gets to the next section, I'll explain how I go about in filling the bins up. Oh, forgot to say before I let you watch the dancing flames, when you're using the wood to heat up the bins, make sure it's properly dried and unpainted or containing plastic. That way you don't upset the neighbours. Yep, too much water, now a mud bath. So unless you're planning to take a dip, I would suggest you avoid this, and if you do have too much water, make sure you stir it the odd occasional times, like a big massive pot of soup. So this is how I heat up my soil. I get galvanised bins. Try and get storage bins rather than incinerator bins. Incinerator bins has either holes right up to the top or at the bottom. They're not much use because it lets valuable steam away rather than directing it into the vents. As you can see here, I've tried lining the bin using some metal roof sheets. To some extent it has worked. There has been a couple of occasions whereby the soil hasn't hit up properly. So at the bottom of the bin, I've got a 2-inch metal dish which I have filled up with some water, and thereafter covered up with a metal plate. This plate was too big, so I had to snip it and made a large bottle cap with it. Drill some holes in it to let the steam get out. I thereafter used poles, and as you'll see in a moment, I fill it with soil. You will need more poles in there. Basically looking for luminous vents about 4 inches apart. So once you do this, you'll see that I've filled up the bin with soil right to the top. I think from experience you're probably better to fill up with 3/4. That way the soil gets hit up quicker. Once that's done, you then top up the soil with some more water, anything between 3 and 5 litres, and then let it settle for about 30 minutes. If you've got an incinerator bin like me, you'll see water starts trickling out. So it's a good idea not to have any wood underneath the bin until you're ready to light it up. So once that's all done, you're ready to go. What I would suggest is after about 40 minutes, the water in the reservoir should be boiling by that time. So have a peek, see if there's any steam coming out from the vents. If not, put a pipe down there and see if there's a blockage or not. I would also reinstate the vents, all the vents, to make sure it's clear. But as I said, once it's clear, do check it every 10-20 minutes, as you know, once soil dries down, it just fills back up again. So give it a check every 20 minutes, and make sure you check the temperature after 2 hours to make sure it has attained the temperature of 60 degrees. So have fun. If you're going to give it a go, let me know how you get on. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.